Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to the Crypto and Travel Show. Today's guest is Michael Senn. He hails from Honduras, and he's a very active member, and he's also a senior advisor to the superiorcoin project. So welcome, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me, and good morning.
So why don't you just kind of quickly give us a little bit of background of your tech, because you got quite extensive technical background there in Honduras and with your companies there. I want you to just give us a little bio.
Okay, yeah, well, I've been in Honduras since 1999. Came down here basically into a part of the country where there was no communications, as far as internet communications, there was landline only. And started developing and working with the local community, and have worked over the years to develop a countrywide internet service provider where we deliver internet service to the home, to the business, fiber optics, and that sort of thing. And all that has, been part of the learning process of getting to where I am today. I worked with programmers. We've built our own systems as part of our billing platform and our sign-up process for our customers. And so I've learned, I've taken programming classes and worked with senior programmers, senior architects. And, a lot of the things with the internet, of delivering internet, is not the same as using the internet. But through the process of having to do the billing and do the management of it, I've learned a lot of the technical issues with computer usage also. Now, coming into the crypto space, back a couple of years ago, the dynamics started changing a little bit. And, that it was a whole new ball game to have to learn, the new type of programming and everything that goes into the crypto.
So what do you think about crypto as an industry now, kind of where it stands? I mean, we always use the internet as the comparison as where the internet was maybe in the 1990s, but where do you think crypto is as an industry?
Well, I would probably say, crypto is probably like what the internet was here in 1999 or so. Whenever I got here, it just was non-existent. So, I remember the first town that I signed up people at. I mean, it's a town of 10,000 people. And I had 12 customers for the first 2 years there. And I mean, who were the customers? It was the mayor, it was the doctor, it was the lawyer, it was, what we call the caciques of the town, just the cream of the crop. So I think crypto is kind of in that sort of same space right now. We're maybe moving out of it a little bit, but you're still where you only have, 2 or 3% of the population that even, especially here in Honduras, that knows what it is. And the interaction with it, how it works, I think the same thing with the internet back in the early days. Whenever you would go into a channel to chat or go into MSN for looking up something, you had to do a lot of research. I mean, for me to figure out some of the stuff that I had to figure out with the internet business, I had to do a lot of research and forums and reading and trying to use other people's experience. And now, somebody that wants to do the same thing that I did 15 years ago, they can walk into my store here in San Pedro Sula and say, Michael, I want to put in internet business. What do I need? And I go, you need this, 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 and this is how you do it. And boom, they're up and running. Yeah, I didn't have that. And the same things with crypto right now, So right. People are having to investigate a lot to figure out, okay, what is this? How does it work? What's a smart contract for? And I think as we progress on, you're going to have more turnkey solutions, where just the everyday person can just start using it. And it won't be something we think about. Oh, it's a blockchain technology. It's just part of our everyday life.
And it varies from country to country. So, I mean, if you look at the hyperinflation in Venezuela, I mean, look how that's impacting the use of crypto. It's extraordinary how fast it's being adopted when they don't have any choice.
With Venezuela, man, I think everybody's got their opinion, but I think with the crypto in Venezuela, they just basically, I mean, they blew it out of the park. I mean, they're doing what they got to do to survive and what they need to get around economic sanctions that were placed on them. And all I can say is, well, good for them. They were smart.
Yeah, the average person has figured out a way to be able to buy food. I mean, these aren't government officials. These are just normal mom and pop stores, and average Joe citizen who's just trying to get some rice and beans. And for them, seems to be a way of doing it.
Well, and it's funny that you mentioned this, that, but I do a little bit of trading in and out of fiat here in Honduras with small amounts of money. Somebody needs to change Bitcoin to fiat, or fiat to Bitcoin, or whatever. And there are a couple of my contacts that want to send $20, $30 to Venezuela. And they do this almost every week. So they give me $20 worth of fiat. I give them $20 worth of Bitcoin, and they send it to Venezuela to some family member. And that's the way that they're getting money into Venezuela.
Yeah.
So
It's growing. It's extraordinary. And then I read an article about Dash, how Dash, they kind of did a workshop down there, and they basically taught a bunch of people how to set up their wallets. And there's a store down there that now accepts Dash for food. And so a lot of people are trying to find ways to convert in. They're finding their favorite exchange, right, or what we call it spot markets, to be able to exchange into Dash and then go into that store and they can get what they want.
well, I did read that they were using a Dash for purchasing, and I also found out that they were using Dogecoin or Dogecoin, however you say that,
Yeah,
for small transactions back and forth, in the
that's
population,
interesting.
kind of like they would trade cigarettes in a prison system or something like that. So, Superior Coin has a footprint for microtransactions that, I think the Venezuelan people could really
Right.
take advantage of.
Yeah. The number one growth for the Kryptonia platform, which uses Superior Coin, is Venezuela now. So
Yeah,
it's
I
exploding
mean,
now.
that surprised me when you get into a hyperinflated economy. Where I talked to one of the guys that I deal with in Venezuela, and he's a teacher at a school, and he sent me a copy of his paycheck. And it's thousands of I think they call it boliviars or
Bolivar.
something like
Yeah,
that. But he said in the U.S. dollars, it was $24. I mean, this is a teacher at a school.
exactly. Yeah. I got a report the other day, and he was just like, they keep changing everything. He goes, now they just took two more zeros off of, money and devalued it even further. So at some point, something's going to give. It's inevitable. You can't keep up forever. But until then, people will just continue to try to survive. And, when things change, crypto will be there to stay. There's no way you're going to get rid of it now. So,
No, I don't think we will get rid of crypto. I mean, I've studied a lot about crypto, the history of it, how it got to where it is, the movement, the belief system behind it, the politics behind it. And I don't think it's going anywhere. I do think we'll see a consolidation,
yeah, oh,
where some
absolutely.
of the coins will be consolidated into some of your, no telling. You might, I mean, I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to be there forever. Bitcoin might be gone in 3 years, and you might have Dash might be the living coin. I don't know. But I do think we'll have some sort of consolidation.
I think as the financial world continues to adapt and to adopt, I think we're going to see those changes. I mean, you already have, Bitcoin futures. There's a talk of Ethereum futures. There's a lot of people submitting paperwork to the SEC for approval for ETFs for Bitcoin. One of these days, these will start happening. It's just a matter of once the market is mature enough, and it'll go to that next level, and then it will go to another level, right? It's just going to continue to grow. And yeah, I'm pretty focused on small projects. I've always liked small projects, especially projects that actually have real people working behind them. Bitcoin doesn't really have a team. There's no team Bitcoin.
Right.
Bitcoin is just the first crypto. And yes, there's miners, and yes, there's people that contribute to changes to the blockchain, but there's no community that you can just kind of like really easily go to and communicate with them like you can with, say, Superior Coin's project. So I
Yeah,
like
I
small
think a
communities.
lot of the coins that's been part of what's helped them, and it's been part of what's helped Superior Coin, is an actual team that has a focus and has a goal, and is trying to get somewhere, right? With Bitcoin and with some of the other decentralized coins, I understand the decentralized part, right? And Superior Coin also has a decentralization built into it, because I believe we do need the decentralization, where not one member of the team can actually stop it. But it is like a baby, you know, and you're getting it to grow, and some time in the future, it's going to be 18 years old and it's going to walk out and do its own thing, right?
That's right.
So I think we are, our team, you could see us as the father of, you know, the parents of Superior Coin, our team, and with Kryptonia, and getting it going, getting it off its feet. We do want it to be decentralized. We don't want it to be stoppable. With Bitcoin, it was the first experiment that they did, a very successful experiment, but it has its shortfalls, right? And we've tried to take and look at some of the shortfalls that Bitcoin has and see how we can make that better in Superior Coin.
So why don't you just quickly kind of talk about a little of the part of the project that you and your team work on for Superior Coin there in Honduras?
Okay, well, I mean, we've worked on a lot of the different parts of the project coming up to this point over the last, you know, year or so. Right now, our focus is on building an exchange platform. We're working on the exchange motor. That actually, I mean, an exchange has a lot of different parts to it. So our main focus right now is getting the engine, the trade engine, you know, fine-tuned. And then the front end, anybody can do the front end, but we're also doing part of the front end also. But like I say, our main focus right now is trade engine. So we're wanting to, a really fast, slick trade engine that will be tied into a nice front end with the app. And then that will be used for Superior Coin versus other coins, you know, and we're adding into features similar to like BRB, where like the Binance coin, where if you use Superior Coin, then you'll get a better rate on the trade. So
yeah, I mean, it's good to incentivize.
Actually, I tell you, one of the neat things that we're building into it that maybe nobody else has done is, okay, let's take, for example, Binance. If in Binance, you want to say, I want to use Binance coin to pay for my fee, right?
Right.
Then you have to have Binance coin.
Yes.
And if you don't have Binance coin, they're going to take it out of whatever else you're trading. So we're adding an option in we want to test to where if you don't have Superior Coin, but you say you want to use Superior Coin to cover the fees, then it will take the money that it would normally take out of the fee and it will purchase Superior Coin to cover the fee. So that would create a microtransaction inside the exchange, you know, on the Bitcoin Superior Coin pair that would actually, you know, help. You would always have somebody buying. The more you have trading on another pair, the more you'll have trading on the Superior Coin pair.
Exactly.
So
that's pretty good.
It would actually help boost the price. So.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody doing that. I've never seen it, so I think that would be very unique.
I mean, we're all about trying new stuff, thinking outside the box, you know.
Right. What about you guys got this great faucet that you guys built down there. It's quite popular. How's that going?
Well, the faucet was one of the very first projects of a new developer. So I didn't want to give him, we didn't want to give him something that was too hard to do, but we wanted to give him a challenge and that kind of tied everything together. So you're working with the blockchain, you're working with front end, you're working with, you know, hackers that are going to try to hack you to death. So to give him an experience before we get into something a little deeper. So that was part of his learning experience, building the faucet. And I think he learned a lot and helped him be prepared to be part of our team.
Yeah, he's pretty communicative. I see him talking a lot of the Spanish channels with a lot of the community down in South America. So he's a very active young gentleman.
Yeah, well, we've picked and choose several of the developers down here in Honduras. They've come and gone. We try to keep the people that have self-motivation and, you know, are willing to work with the rest of our team all the way, you know, everywhere else in the world. So,
yeah, that's great. Well, why don't you just real quickly kind of give a Spanish introduction to the Superior Coin project and invite people to check it out.
Okay, bueno, mi nombre es Michael. Esa es como segunda parte de la entrevista. Aquí estamos trabajando en Honduras para mejorar el proyecto de Superior Coin, Kryptonia. Le invitamos que si no conoce Superior Coin, si no conoce Kryptonia, que nos busca en kryptonia.io. Se puede buscar superiorcoin.com también en Google. Está todo linkeado uno con el otro para que usted nos encuentre ahí en el web. Tenemos billeteras ya por el Android, por Mac, por PC, donde usted puede tener su Superior Coin en el aparato que usted necesita. También dentro de Kryptonia usted puede ganar monedas haciendo tareas chiquititos. Si usted no tiene trabajo o tal vez tiene tiempo libre, es un buen lugar donde usted puede conectarse. Muy sencillo, se hace el proceso de sign up y luego inmediatamente se puede empezar a ganar Superior Coin. Los Superior Coin lo puedes cambiar por otra moneda, por ejemplo, Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. Y ya llevarlo a hacer compras en todo el mundo. Entonces, si no conoces cripto, quieres conocer qué es cripto, qué es criptomonedas, aquí estamos para ayudarle y para que conozca un poco más de este mundo, el mundo del futuro.
That's great. So thank you very much for joining us today for the interview. And if someone wanted to contact you, what's a great way to contact you?
Yeah, you can hit me up on, I'm in the Telegram group all the time. So I actually prefer Telegram for communication. Okay. So if it's just like a quick message, you can hit me up in Telegram. You would have to make me lie about that, but I'm pretty sure it's MPS01K. My handle, M as in Mama, P as in Paul, S in Sam, 01, K as in Kite.
So I'll put the link to that to the Superior Coin chat there, and if they want to talk to you in Spanish, they can just look for you on there, and maybe you can right click and put in your username, and they can talk to you there.
Yeah, if that's not my username, we'll look it up and put it in the description of the video.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll find it in there and put it on there.
It might be my cell phone number, so if it's my cell phone number, we'll write that down.
But if they're on Telegram, they can message you into the chat, and then you can always go into a private PM if they want to.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, Michael. Hope you have a great day there, and your day's just starting, so have a good day with the team there.
Okay, you have a good day too, John.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for talking.
Bye-bye.